Friday means it's time for the Roadie Roundup ahead of the big game. You may have heard of this approaching on Sunday. So chatting all about the anticipation, the build-up ahead of the colossal matchup between the Niners and the Chiefs. Look at this panel we've slapped together for all of you right here today. First of all, you heard me, former Patriot, 212, health and performance founder, and a man who molded his physique after mine, Kerry Taylor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
From The Gresh Show on 630 WPRO AM, Andy, I've been shopping at Kohl's Gresh. I love the zip up, my friend.
I hate you.
Get in line, buddy. And sports and entertainment attorney. I'd like to see the paperwork on that. And Professor Sean Holley. Hello, everyone.
You know,
my zip up.
Hey, if we all walked off right now, he would be screwed. He wouldn't know what to do, right?
You know what? He actually may be better off.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what that's known as? A dream come true.
Oh, yeah. All right, curb your enthusiasm.
I know. Let's get right to it, guys. The big photo. Tom Brady, I'm starting with you, buddy.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Nothing. Honestly, because I think it's his social media guy being like, oh, yeah, let's make all these people jump and dance. And so he puts the photo out there. In all seriousness, I think it might be tied into something Super Bowl commercial related. Like Brady was at the NFL 100 last night, which is a big party for NFL to-dos. And normally he doesn't go that kind of stuff. So, like, something's up.
That's a great call right there. Kerry, when you see something like this, do you just think it's social media brilliance on full display? He's got all of us talking.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. Just it ties into everything that's going on, and it brings the attention to him and what he's got going on as well, because obviously the big question is, will he be back next year? So it brings more attention to his brand.
Do you think he should return? I mean, 42 years old,
I don't
he's
see
done it
why
all.
not. If you can do it, keep going.
You think he should come back?
Well, I mean, look, if he doesn't come back here is one thing. There might be a team willing to give him $120 million guaranteed for 3 years from 42 to 45. Now talk about a golden parachute.
Easily.
That's very similar to your contract.
Well, if it were, I wouldn't be sitting here with you, I'll tell you that.
Yes, you would.
I'd
close
sing
to
a
his
new pair of shoes is what I
You've been
do.
at these since high school 10 years ago. Do you think this photo was a good idea?
It was a great idea. He's already taken over the whole weekend, just by the one photo. I mean, there's definitely a cryptic message involved with it.
It's almost as exciting as your social media presence.
Easy.
It's right up there,
Easy.
wearing
Slow
that
down,
outfit.
Slow down.
Oh, when you put a picture when you're with Brendan Kirby, people notice.
People unfollow immediately is what they do.
Wow.
The game itself. Now, around here we've been spoiled. The Pats are always in it. Sean, do you have a prediction? What's going to happen Sunday?
I'm going with Kansas City.
Okay, you like the Chiefs?
Yeah, I like the quarterback. I like Mahomes. I like their ground game with Damian Williams. Andy Reid is a great offensive coach. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Superior mustache, Andy Reid or Tom Selleck?
I'll pass.
Resh?
How about John Bolton? Let's make it, right?
Let's
We go with one of those references on the mustache.
You know, for the kids.
Well, yes. Yours was in the 90s, thank you very much.
Who do you like on
If
Sunday?
Mr. Belding was looking, it'd be okay. The 49ers all the way. Look, they got their defensive line is really good. I think the quarterback can do more than asked, and Andy Reid can't tell time.
Wow,
That is
easy.
true.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Because when you think of Andy Reid, you're either making a John Bolton joke or you know the guy can't tell time.
What was that thing about all of you walking off? Can we get to that right now? Kerry, who's winning Sunday, bud?
I like to say the 49ers will probably pull it off, but I would like to see Kansas City because there's a local guy playing
Very
fullback.
political answer. Very political answer.
Anthony Sherman, that's
Anthony
right.
Sherman,
Yep.
local guy playing, so.
When you, as a former player, coach, you've done it all. When you're watching, is it hard for you to watch and not analyze everything that's happening, or can you just let it go?
No, I analyze what's going on and what would I do in that certain situation. And, you know, as fans look at games, they see it a certain way and they're like, oh, that was a stupid call, but there's a lot more behind it, and you always try to figure out what that is.
The reason people like him can enjoy the game is because they started at 6:30, so therefore you have the ability to pregame and get ready for the game. At noon, you might be sitting there going, boy, that D lineman missed that in the A-gap, whereas you're like, that fat guy probably went the wrong way when you're at like 8 o'clock and you've had a few.
Sure. How about the commercials, the ads? I feel like a lot of the mystique and the anticipation is now gone because we see all of them ahead of the game. Do you like the commercials, Gresh?
I don't watch them, honest to God, no, because I'm normally buzzing around. No, I don't, because for me, if I could go to like a hub and watch them all online and figure out which ones I need to talk about, I'd be okay. But otherwise, like, I'm kind of a maniac being like, all right, 5 minutes to go, 2 timeouts, what are they going to do?
Right,
you know,
right.
It doesn't matter how much I've drank. I'm one of those nutbags that sits there and breaks the game down all the time.
I watch the commercials. That's part of the excitement of the whole Super Bowl day. Watching the commercials, the parties, the atmosphere.
Favorite food?
Anything.
Anything. How about you? You get into the snack?
Free.
I'll
You've
take
done a
that
remarkable job.
Thank
staying
you.
fit.
Free
Yes.
wings.
Fat man gets thin.
Well,
yes.
I didn't say it. You did. Are you going to let loose a little bit? Is the old Gresh?
No, I don't need to. I'm good.
That's
but
fantastic.
yeah, but seriously, what's the
He's
best
letting
food
loose
free?
now.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, this is tame with this guy.
Anything.
Game day food?
Anything.
You know,
Put it
this
in
is
front
good
of
for
me.
your business because the day after everyone wants to get in shape and they come see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Overall,
Exactly.
though, does it seem sad, melancholic that the Pats aren't in it?
It's been a weird 3 weeks, I'll tell you that.
We were introing something earlier, and it was odd for me not to see Patriots in the prompter.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that we've seen people around here where it's kind of like, all right, it's much more like Tomomania is running wild in terms of where he's going to end up versus is Patrick Mahomes going to hit the over in terms of passing yards.
You know, Gresh, I could listen to you talk all day, and for a minute this morning I thought maybe we were going to, but we're out of time, my friend.
Why do I, if it wasn't for Ashley, why would I come over here to see you? Like, seriously.
Like I haven't heard
We're
that.
all here for Ashley.
Like I
That's
haven't
true.
heard that.
Yeah.
It's either that or where's Michaela?
Who is
Right.
this? Who is this guy?
All right. And now we're going to throw it to Caillou's dad, Will Gilbert.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, he's Stanley Tucci. Carrie, Gresh, Holly, a pleasure. Always
you.
great catching up with this Roadie Roundup panel.
Thank you, sir.